Go. Hello, everyone. I don't know why I say hello so many times again. But yeah, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Shower Boys podcast, episode 3, episode Tress. I'm here. I'm Henky, your host, and I'm here with Ross.
Yo, what's up?
I'm here with Salt,
Howdy.
and I'm here with Will.
What's good?
Yeah, Steve is not here today, guys, sadly. We'll miss him.
We lost.
Miss him and his rants. And yeah, we're here to talk about weeb stuff, sadly. Unfortunately. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Unfortunately. Yeah, for the
We gotta do this.
For the
first
YouTube
time.
views.
Get it out of the
It's a
way.
one-time
so we
thing.
don't have to talk about
It's
it
never
again.
happening again after this.
Yeah, no more
Yeah.
anime talk, bro. I don't think many of us don't even. Well, I'm getting slightly back into it these days. But I think most people here don't even watch it anymore, which is,
Yeah.
you know,
Pretty
not the
much.
best thing in the world.
I've been in a bit of a dry spot where
Yeah, I was as well, especially last year. I think it was even 2021. It was really bad. Where I was just so dried out on it. I just couldn't be bothered watching or reading anything. But I've been trying to these days. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone here is gathered there, 3x3s. Yeah, but we're really going for the views, guys. Really, we're really pushing it. So
You want to do like Ask Tatsu? Which order we going?
oh yeah, true. I didn't think about the order. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. I'll type it in right now actually.
Bruh.
How about we tackle something that a lot of us have? Was one of the first ones.
I mean, let's see. Everyone post theirs first.
Here's mine. I'll just for the audio listeners, I'll go by them
Okay.
one by one.
Yeah, you go through.
Upper left is Steel Ball Run, and then below that is Perfect Blue. Below that is Mob Psycho, and then middle top is Trigun. Below that is Vinland Saga, and then below that is Promised Neverland, the manga specifically. And then there's Hunter x Hunter on the right, One Piece, and then Death Note at the end. Which are all very normie picks, I'm not gonna lie. I like my shonen.
I mean, Perfect Blue is pretty not obscure, but it's different to everything else, I guess. Trigun's pretty old, if that counts. Death Note, I mean, yeah, fairs. Fairs with Death Note. The Promised Neverland, I haven't only ever seen the anime, so I mean, I just think about season 2, and
The first season was crazy.
Man,
What a season.
season 2 just, bro, I don't know what they were doing. Did Martha get season 2?
No, it's the same studio.
It was the same
They just
studio.
ended.
I thought that was a
Yeah, they
studio
just-
change. I guess
No,
so.
Martha
I
doesn't
heard
do
that. Is it true that they literally summed up the plot of the last episode with just a slideshow?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
hilarious.
That's hilarious, man. That's gotta be the worst anime ending.
Have you ever a One Piece before? Crazy, man. It's like this underground, up and coming shonen. It's really cool.
No, bro, don't tell them, bro. You're gonna ruin it. It's gonna make it mainstream.
I'll keep it underground. I don't. I liked early One Piece specifically. I like. I liked Alabasta a lot while watching it, and I haven't read anything past to the newer chapters. I don't think I've read past 700, 800, 600. I don't even know. But from what I have read, I liked it a lot. And I hear it's still pretty good. It hasn't dropped in quality, which is surprising for 1,000 chapters. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
I'd say the pacing. The pacing mainly is what's really bad about not now. I feel like what One Piece is going into is gonna be really well paced. They're kinda lining everything up to end the series in whenever
Yeah,
this
we're
ends.
all gonna
But
end pretty
during
soon.
I'd say Fishman Island to the middle of Wano was really badly paced for
Was
how
that
much story
only-
actually happened.
Is that only anime issue, right?
I feel
yeah,
like it
I
was
mean,
it was
it was
alright in
a-
the manga. In anime, no. Yeah, the anime's pacing
No,
was
like,
never
the
great.
pacing- I mean, you can't really have a pacing issue in a manga, to be fair. It's like you can read it.
Well, no, I
mean,
think to be honest, Oda did have a huge pacing issue. Like we got used to it because it's One Piece, but like the amount of story that happened in like 100 chapters is pretty bad in my opinion. But you know, I loved every second of it, of course.
Yeah, fair enough. With One Piece, I'm like so biased. I feel like I'm never gonna hate on it that much. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like it's just like I've watched it and read it too much for me to. I mean, I recognize like it's not it's not flipping perfect, but I don't know. I love it so.
Same here, bro. I love everything wrong with it.
I was borderline page. Like I have like a manga section on the was it like the left side of the chart, and I was thinking maybe I should add Kaguya there, but like I realized I haven't actually liked Kaguya in a long time.
I was gonna
Really
say,
sad.
I used to really like Kaguya, and then like something happened in them. It was after I can't even say the plot point because it hasn't come in the anime yet, has it? But there's like a huge, not a huge plot point because I think it's already happened now. But there's a bigger plot point which everybody was like making memes about and stuff. There's like the panel is like really iconic in like manga fandom and stuff. And after that point, I just stopped caring until the ending. So it was like a good like 50 chapter stretch where I just didn't care for Kaguya at all, and I just lost interest for a while.
I've stopped liking Kaguya for a while now. I think I have all the manga volumes on my shelf, and I think after like volume 7, I stopped caring about it, to be honest. So,
Wait, how many volumes is Kaguya in total?
well, I have 21, but I think it's like I could be wrong in saying that it's nearly 30, but I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
Fast.
Okay.
But yeah,
And then
It just ended. It ended, didn't it?
the
Yeah,
manga's
it's
over.
finished.
Yeah, the anime's still going.
Yeah.
And I
Did you guys,
remember Kaguya used to be like the greatest. Like everyone used to praise it. Now I think people still like it, but like
The
what
hype
happened?
definitely died down.
Like you guys turned
Yeah.
into Snake all of a sudden. You guys Kaguya sucks. No, what happened?
Do you think it ended well?
Like it was a decent ending. Yeah, I mean the actual last chapter of Kaguya was decent. Yeah, but everything like from that point to before the last chapter, I just stopped. I had no interest. I just wanted it to end. I was like, okay, we're overdoing this now. Can we please end? And it did eventually, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just because when manga ends and all the manga readers have seen the ending and they all like if they're dissatisfied with the ending, it tends to like turn off like the opinion of anime watchers. Like take Attack on Titan for example. Nobody talks about AOT anymore because of the manga ending. Like nobody cares as much.
I
So
mean, people talk about that anime. I guess not the manga.
yeah, people talk about the anime, but I feel like it's nowhere near as like booming as it was like when like
I mean,
season 3 was out and shit. Even the early part of
yeah,
season
I
4.
go for like Haikyuu or something. Like I don't know if people still talk about Haikyuu after the manga ended. Unless I don't know. Maybe I'm not into that manga circle. But
I feel like when
People talk
AOT
about
is
it.
releasing, it's like everywhere. Like I see it everywhere when like it's actually coming out.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
I
but
would
yeah,
agree
exactly.
in like other seasons, but like season 4 part 2, I didn't really see much at all. I was actually with the first part of the final season, it was like booming again. But for part 2, I feel like it was nowhere
I
near
mean,
as.
the intro. At least for me, I heard that intro everywhere for season 4, part 2. It was really annoying.
Yeah, I don't like the intro. I don't like the new.
I don't think it helps how much they're dragging it out too. They're kind of, like part 3 what has 2 parts, which is it's just a stupid thing when you kind of hear it. It's I don't
It's
know.
crazy. Season 4, the final season, part 3. That's insane.
And they split it into 2 parts. Why would you split it into 2 parts?
Oh, they're splitting part 3 into 2 parts. That's
Yeah.
So what's it gonna be called? Final season part 3. Point 1,
Isn't
point
there
2.
not? I'm a bit
You think
confused.
you think it's gonna end in a movie?
Imagine. Wait for
I
the.
heard that somewhere.
I wouldn't doubt it. I won't
That
put
would
it
have
past him at
been.
this point.
I think that would have been more ideal. How much left of AOT is there? Like,
It's not even that
I
much
don't
left.
think it's like
I
more
think
than like.
there's only
Like,
oh, I
There's
swear there's only
5
like
chapters
9
left.
chapters left.
Yeah.
Why are they splitting it? I don't understand. I don't. I really don't.
You can make
Nah,
5
they want
chapters a
anime.
movie as well. Like Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, that is literally like 4-5 chapters, and that's a movie.
Yeah, it's literally a full volume of manga. Yeah.
No. Imagine they do an anime original ending. That'd be crazy.
That would probably be for some that might be a good thing. I mean, the ending is not as bad as like all the redditors were saying, but like it's not great either though. Like,
An anime original ending would be crazy. I think there'd be people like in the streets rioting.
there'd be people who would love it though. The Attack on Titan ending is very controversial.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say it, but if it is what I'm thinking, I think people are overreacting. But
People are
It
slightly
is what it is.
overreacting. That's for sure. I'll give you that. But I wouldn't say it's like a flipping. It really ties up in a bow or anything like that. I don't think that either.
yeah, speaking of popular anime, Death Note. That used to be like crazy.
Yeah.
What happened to
Remember
Death
Death Note was like the
Yeah.
pinnacle of like.
Note? Death Note.
I mean, it is
No,
still
I
to you, I guess.
I love Death Note. I don't people say like it got bad second half. I don't agree with that. I think Nier was like the before Gabby. Nier like crawled so Gabby can walk, and then like unlikable character in my opinion.
That is one way to
Do you think
describe
L
it.
should have gone all the way as the antagonist?
I don't really care. I just it's hard to say. I think Nier and Mello were good additions to the cast, and the final episode of Death Note is actually one of the best in the series, and I don't think it would have gone like that if L were there. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
For what I remember from
Sounds-
Death Note, because it's been like 4-5 years now, but maybe even longer than 5 years. But yeah, I remember not like hating the second half. I just remember it liking it a bit less. But even now, I feel
fair
like
enough.
as time has gone on, I just like my opinions on Death Note are just strained. Not strained, but like I feel like I've just seen shows that I just like more. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine. I'm not against it. I'm indifferent to it. It's kind of just a staple anime, isn't it? It's kind of the anime that you introduce to people that don't watch anime. That's so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does remind me a bit of
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. I'm not gonna lie.
the psychological aspect, I kind of get it, but Breaking Bad's like way better though.
It is kind of Breaking Bad.
I guess I was sort of like most people are like, oh, I don't watch anime, but I've seen Death Note.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There was
usually
a
a go-to.
time- And then
Have you guys seen that? So what is it? It's like a one shot of Death Note. and
Oh
it's
yeah,
this
I
new
have.
protagonist
I
or
read it.
whatever,
Yeah.
and Donald Trump is in it.
Yeah.
That could
I
have been
think
made
that's
into
actually fantastic. I would have loved a proper series on that.
Yeah, I actually like that. You know, it was actually quite good.
Like,
Was it
you know,
made
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
like we must put an end to Kira.
like not to
Yeah.
spoiler alert for the Death Note one shot, but just the whole concept of countries possibly they went into a Cold War basically over the Death Note. I thought that's a fantastic concept. I think I would have loved to see more of that, even just a short series like maybe 10-20 chapters on. I think it would
No,
be very
definitely.
good.
Because imagine like the countries find out about the Death Note, they could like any world leader that has that could fucking go crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do like war essentially without like
literally.
anyone else knowing there's a war happening.
Yeah,
if you really think
it's
about it.
insane. Like, I don't know. It was a really cool concept that I wish that he had carried on. Maybe I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton too. She was in there. What a great one shot.
I don't think it was made by the same dude, was it?
It might have been. I think it was like the anniversary of
I don't
Death
know.
Note though. Wasn't it? It was like a
I
10-year
think it
anniversary or
was.
something, 15-year anniversary. So that's why he put it out.
It's crazy. You know what else is on that 3x3? You have JoJo's Steel Balls Run.
Yeah, that is definitely. I feel
JoJo Balls.
bad because I feel like I've forgotten like most of 7 and 8. Part 7 and 8. I read it like nearly 3 years ago now. I just didn't reread it. I've not watched any videos on it. I
Yeah.
just read it. So
Yeah, I read part 7 like last month, I believe. It was really good.
it is really good.
Part 7 definitely my favorite from some, like by far out of all of them. Part 6 I feel like is my second.
People overhate
Mhm.
on part 6. I do like part 6 quite a bit.
I like
Um,
part 6.
I love part
I
4.
like how I think the problem with like how Rocky like writes stories is like, I mean, obviously it's like now that it's monthly and the chapters are like, there's actually a lot of information for every chapter. It is actually a very enjoyable read, and I like how he makes the fights actually feel really important, even though there's like a ton of them. I feel like that's the problem with some of the like before them. There's like a lot of fights, but they didn't really feel like they mattered.
Yeah,
And this
like
one,
part 3 and 4, I agree with you. Even part 5, really.
yeah, I like part 5.
When I was reading part 7, it's like, it's almost like addicting the way he does his stories. It's like, oh, there's like, because you know, when you see the parts, you're like, oh, I got through a part, and you're like, oh, there's like 5 guys left, and then there's 4 guys left.
And then,
Almost like a tournament, but not.
yeah, and some people come back later if they didn't die, and they become like part of the. That's cool to me.
Yeah, when they come back, they usually like their stand like evolves. Their stand.
Yeah. And then we have Roderick Sunderface. It's kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I have nothing.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
say
Like, there's
about
nothing to
Hunter
really
x
hate on. It's just like.
Hunter. There's nothing. I don't. It's good, and
Yeah, it's just like quality anime.
it's just some kid catching some bugs. Yeah, that's all that happens.
Catching some bugs. I feel like that and like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Everyone's just like, yeah, it's really good. That's
Yeah,
it.
if you
Yeah,
hate on
and
Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, you just gotta be an unreal contrarian / hater. Like, what is there to hate on?
No, I know genuinely people say it's kind of boring.
I
I
guess
think
boring
that's what
kind
I
of
hear.
works, yeah, I guess. But even then, I wouldn't
I don't
agree
like
with them.
Not at all. From what I've seen of Hunter x Hunter, I've seen like half of the anime, and from that much, it's pretty good. Good. That
Yeah. The manga is actually it has like a lot of information if you want to
Yeah,
want to read it.
Tagashi does
I
do
have
that.
seen the pages of information.
The panels.
The infamous
panels, lovely
panels.
panels. Just novel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like how detailed it all is. I mean, certain people in the server would say that is trying to be too
I ain't reading
over
all
the
that.
top. Yeah, but it's enjoyable. It's good. I don't know. It's just another one. Like it's almost too good to like really have any
It's
opinion
unreal.
problems with.
It's unreal.
I said I don't think
Yeah.
I'd ever watch Green Island on the rewatch. I'd probably skip it every time. I can't lie.
I don't think Hunter x Hunter I would enjoy rewatching it. I'm not.
There's a lot of slow parts, which is enjoyable when you first watch it because it's like
I think I just skip around while rewatching it.
yeah,
like,
you watch it
specific
for the
episodes.
moments more than watching the entire series.
I think Hunter x Hunter has like some really good moments, and I feel about like the entire episode. I don't know. It's pretty good. And then we have what else we got here? Perfect Blue. Great.
Satoshi Kon. Very good movie.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I don't know.
It's not even good for like an anime movie. It's just like a good.
Yeah, it's probably the best anime movie. Original. Wait, the silent voice actually, but that's an anime movie. You know,
Holy shit.
you're sleeping on silent voice. You're not rocking with silent voice. How can you not rock with
Because I've
silent
never seen it.
voice?
I just know it's mid.
Wow. Okay. You're just doing what I do. Okay. Fast.
Yeah, the fans are about as silent as the movie.
It's goated. It's better than a lot better than Your Name. That's
That's such a low bar. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
it is a bit of a low bar.
In terms of writing, so
I don't know. In terms of writing, I mean,
why have we not talked about it?
you're not talking about
Vinland
Trigon.
Saga. I'll save Trigon for last. Vinland Saga, bro. That's an anime. No, talk about animes.
Oh no, let's stop talking about Vinland.
That's an anime, and it's also a manga. Moving on.
What else do
We
you
have
have?
a Mob Psycho.
Oh yeah.
Mob Psycho goes
Hold on.
crazy.
Hold on, I feel like we talk about Vinland Saga.
Oh, you want to talk about
Because-
Vinland Saga? I have nothing to say.
because
What do you have to say about it?
You have nothing to say.
There's
I just
everything
love
to say.
the fucking setting. The setting of Vikings is just so cool to me, and the fact that like the story is playing out through history, like real history, is so cool. Like historical fiction, obviously, but they're discovering North America. Literally, it's
Yeah, it's
fucking
pretty cool.
amazing. And the development of what the fuck's his name, Thorfinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, then if I think it's all kind of male, so I don't want to spoil him on it. But yeah, uh, Dolphin is a
Oh yeah,
main
just know he
character.
develops. He thinks of things.
So yeah,
Yeah.
He
he's an
does
incredible main character, to be honest. I'll give him that.
very incredible. Yeah.
I'm surprised, like, Vinland Saga isn't that old at all, right?
No, it's old.
Yeah.
2005. It's pretty old. I mean,
I mean, kind of,
Yeah,
yeah. But, like, when did Vagabond come out, actually?
1999.
99, I think.
1999.
I mean, I'm just surprised, like, stuff like Vagabond and Berserk and Vinland Saga are, like, I mean, Vinland Saga came out, like, a bit after those two mangas, and it's, I mean, for me at least, not Berserk, I don't want to compare it to Berserk, but I think they kind of all have like, a similar kind of feel.
Oh, they
And
do.
it's like
They all do. Yeah.
they're very good. They really showcase like how good manga is as a medium to experience stories. So yeah.
Definitely. I can't believe Vagabond might come back too. Can you believe that?
Oh, is that true?
Oh,
There
yeah.
was some
Yeah,
interview
yeah.
about, it,
I
wasn't
keep I
there?
keep seeing stuff that says that once he finishes Real, he wants to get right back on Vagabond.
Yeah, that's what he finishes real. He's a lazy guy. That's all I gotta say. He is. He is very
yeah.
lazy.
In like the kind of panels he, I don't like his art is actually insane. The way he like draws stuff. It's
Oh
insane.
yeah, he's very. He's probably my favorite. I mean, Mirror is like double spreads and shit in Berserk, where it was like all like the monsters and shit in Berserk. He used to do that really well. But for like personal preference, like the style of Vagabond is just like so cool. I just love it. It feels like a proper samurai
They
story.
just be saying quotes.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel like a manga.
Yeah, and true. Half of Vagabond is just him saying badass quotes, but like there's not. There's really good quotes though.
Like wallpaper shit. Oh no! Write this down. I'm gonna put this in my fucking I don't know, obituary. And can I tell you about Mob Psycho? Yeah, it's great. Mob Psycho is really good.
People don't like season 3
it's
that
way
much.
better than One Punch Man. I mean, in terms of story, I think it's better. I think One Punch Man has better art, obviously, compared to the. I mean, that's done by a separate artist, so I'm not sure if I can compare it.
Yeah,
Right.
Murata's a great artist, but at the same time, he kind of self sabotages one's work. In the later chapters,
Yeah.
Murata is just like spending half the chapter just like drawing skyscrapers and not actually inventing one story, and it really pisses me off.
Really, because I binged I caught up to One Punch Man recently and binged it, and bro, those had me fucking geeking out. Like I was just loving the artwork.
It is unreal, man.
It is unreal.
Kind of unreal.
It's just that when you read it, don't read it monthly, bro. It will piss you off.
All I'm gonna say is Saitama sneezes, and that was a great panel.
Yeah, that was amazing.
He does some crazy. I hear like Garu or whenever season 3 comes, when that dude is fully animated, the stuff he does is gonna be pretty mind blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guy was pretty goated. It's the first season of One Punch Man is really funny,
Convoluted.
but then
I
yeah,
think he's like doing this genuinely to spite off Goku fans, which is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. He just be like writing the craziest stuff.
He's just making him like mind-bendingly strong just to fuck with people who want to say he can be or he can't be Goku.
It's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. And
On my list, there's a segue. I had Dragon Ball on my list because we were talking about anime that are like nostalgic, and this
ooh,
is the first one I watched.
you know, I only
So
read
what do
Dragon
you guys
Ball
think
like
about
2
Dragon
years
Ball?
ago.
what's your list at this point? Let's go through Will's list.
Yes, West, the list.
The Wist.
All right, hold on. Okay, well, I'll talk about something I wanted to talk about for my list. Kingdom. How many of you have read Kingdom?
I've read Kingdom.
I read the first chapter.
I've read
Read the
Kingdom.
first chapter. What did you think of the first chapter?
Um, um, I didn't have much to think about. It was like, I like. It was like, is it actually based off a true story? Is it like historical at all, or is it just purely?
The politics of what happens in Kingdom follows like real, what actually happened in China during the warring period. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the characters are a lot of the characters are probably real generals that existed, but there's a lot of like fictional
yeah. There's a
characters,
lot of probably
obviously.
historical fiction though.
I like the
Yeah,
fight. Yeah.
but the first chapter probably doesn't give you a good idea of the rest of the story. But when you watch Shin, like just over 700 chapters grow,
Oh yeah, he really
um,
grows as the main MC. I feel like Kingdom's
he
like
grew.
it's like a it's a seinen, but it's like the most shonen seinen I've ever read. Like
It really is. It's
that's
the
not. It's
most
just like a. It's a bit of a meathead manga. I can't lie.
It is a meathead manga.
It's a crazy
It's
meathead
pure
manga.
just like it's pure just swords, spears, and then sometimes you cut to people talking about swords and spears.
I mean, the politics and the strategy, like in some arcs, is really cool. But yeah, a lot of it's just meathead. But it's really enjoyable.
Yeah,
So
and
I
I
really,
love it. I love it so much, dude. It's so fun.
yeah, I hear some people compare it to One Piece. I don't know why. I'm not sure if that is a good comparison, but they say like, if you like One Piece, you probably like Kingdom. I'm not sure
uh,
if that's fair.
I don't think so. I feel like One Piece
In the
is more
shonen,
like
in the shonen aspect, but it's nothing like One Piece.
yeah, like
There's no world building. The character building is completely different.
Fair enough.
It's like pretty much only fighting based, where One Piece is a lot more than that.
yeah. I'd say One Piece is a lot. The adventure aspect of One Piece is is always there.
Yeah, I will say I'm a
One Piece.
huge fan of manga that are only fighting based. Like I'll go through a list of what I got in here because I got like Baki, Holy Land, Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, bro.
Those are all
Will
like
loves his
just pure
fighting
just
manga, bro.
there. I
Baki's
love the
actually
fighting manga.
unreal.
I love Baki.
From the shit I hear Baki does is just unreal.
Yeah, I've heard
It
funny
is,
things
bro.
about Baki.
There's about like 1,000 chapters of Baki, and I read all of them because they're really quick. They're like not much dialogue, but the shit that happens, like Baki, for example, gets into a fight with an imaginary praying mantis,
Wow, I heard about
like
that.
a giant one, of course.
Wow.
I don't like the style of
I mean-
Baki though. I just don't like how it looks,
You get
so I've
used to
always
it.
stayed away from it.
I like Baki because it looks like every dude there. It look like their face. It looks like they do like face exercises, like they do like
Yeah.
contracting their face muscles.
I wonder if that's how people see JoJo's, the people who say they don't like the art style.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what they see in
No, but yeah, Baki is like JoJo's on shrooms.
it. Did you know that the creator of Baki is the father of the person who made Beastars?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Did
Kind of
not know that.
hilarious.
No.
Because I don't know. Because look, reading I've not read Beastars, but watching Beastars, like there is no inspiration. There is no correlation there.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I don't
hilarious.
know.
Though.
Imagine they don't read each other's mangas.
Do you imagine they don't read each other's mangas? They must obviously.
Yeah.
Nah, they've got to surely. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
sure they.
I know the creator of Bochi the Rock, sister doesn't read their manga. Or
oh.
something like that.
Well, I mean, I guess it's weird. A lot of mangakas and like creators have like this weird like relationship with anime. Like what's his name? Miyazaki just hates it, doesn't he? So
Yeah,
it's kind of hilarious that he just hates anime. One of the most
I mean, he is an anime director though. Like that's like
it's his
what are you
job, and
talking about?
he still hates
That's
it.
Ghibli.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
Ghibli guy.
That he brought his son brought him to to see his anime movie, and he walked out of it or something.
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh god.
yeah. He's kind of a miserable old man, to be honest. But I mean, like when you're in the industry that long, I'm sure it does take a fucking toll on you.
Yeah. Yeah, at that point, you can't love anime forever.
No, yeah. It's just like clips of him like with a cigarette, and he's just like, "Anime's trash." It's whatever.
He was pretty, to be fair. He was ahead of his time with that take. The anime was trash.
Bro, anime since 2020. If I speak with Big Trouble about anime since 20, there was after lockdown there was a drop off in quality in anime. I'm sure of it. If you go back to pre 2020 anime and you go past post 2020 anime, something happened in quarantine and just
Bro,
made
the
anime.
decade just started. God damn.
Yeah, I know, but
Let's
it's
see.
true. It's true.
No, you know you're capping.
No, it's right. I'm right.
Yeah.
Look at 2019. I always say 2019 as my example. Look at all the Go anime came out in 2019. It was packed. It was literally packed. And like
What?
like what? There was
Yeah.
Vinland. There was Mob Season 3. There was Attack on Titan Season 3. There was Beastars came out. The first season of Promised Neverland came out.
This in 2020. You know that, right? Like post 2020, those have all aired.
Yeah, but like
Like
Neverland Season 2
Mob
was
Season
ass.
3, Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
JoJo's,
Attack on Titan
they've
Season
all
4
aired.
and 4 and Part 2 aren't as good as the other seasons, or aren't as loved as the other seasons anyway.
Well,
Mob
I
Season
feel
3
like
again.
Mob-
People don't even like the end of Mob Season 3. I mean, I like it, but not everyone does.
I think people like Mob Season 3 more than the other seasons. I think that's not true, but
Well, from what I saw on him
Anyway.
anyway. Here's my only opinion on
Well,
anime these days.
no. Well, what is your opinion on Dragon Ball? Since you like fighting stuff.
Dragon Ball is just fun, man. It's like one of those things. It's like a lot of these manga and anime that are pure shonen. It's like there's a lot of lapses in the storytelling, but it's like whatever. It's just fun. People yelling, they hit each other, and then they die and come back to life.
Did you watch
Pure
the
entertainment.
Did you watch the anime or did you read it?
I watched the anime. It was before I got into manga, and it was like my first anime. For Dragon Ball Super, I've read most of it in manga.
I like the way like the fights kind of look. I guess people say in the Super, since it's like a different person actually doing the actual fights, that it isn't as well done as like. I mean, I guess like the art itself isn't like as good as when, what's his name, Akira Toriyama was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball Super definitely took a dip in quality. Like the first half of Super, which got the anime, is it's all right, and then the manga that continued after the anime has been pretty like forgettable. Like nothing really good happening there. Just kind of
Unfortunate.
yeah, like just bland villains, and then Goku doesn't really do much.
I think the concepts that happen like in Dragon Ball are actually kind of stick, like time travel and aliens and afterlife and stuff. Like those are all like really interesting concepts to me. That
Yeah, honestly, with
kinda
the
well done.
storytelling, it feels like he's just having fun with the storytelling, doing whatever he wants. Like Dragon Ball, the story almost has like this loose feel that like anything happens, and like with the Majin Buu saga, I feel like the end of that had like so many random turns that didn't make much sense, but it was just whatever. That's how he does tell the stories.
it's fun to experience.
I
Like the
read it a
Broly
few years ago, and
Broly movie, yeah. When they do the movies, the animation is insane.
movie.
I feel like the OG Dragon Ball is really wholesome. Like it's the most wholesome shonen ever, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
wholesome.
really funny as well.
Yeah, it's just like it's like watching like not a slice of life. It feels like it though, because the stakes aren't that high, and it's just like Goku messing around.
Actually, like the first few fights in the original. What was the name of the first tournament? I forgot the name of it. That fight was actually like I don't know what you call it. Coordination, maybe fight coordination.
But yeah,
There's
it
a
was
word for that.
really cool.
Something like that. It's actually really cool, and of course, it paved the way for more mangas to be made.
Of
Yeah, it
course.
was definitely like one of the. It was like 1986, I think, which is around when JoJo came out.
Mm-hmm. Came out
Those
2
two are
years
just
before
huge influences.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say they like the original Dragon Ball better, but honestly, like I see where they're coming from. It's just honestly boring to me.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's not as
Boring.
eventful, sure. I just think it's really wholesome.
I mean, I feel like they're capping, like especially compared to something like the Cell Saga or something like that. I feel like they're capping because that is very, very good. That's like peak Dragon Ball right there.
Yeah, Cell Saga's great. I feel
That's
like
like
going through the original Dragon Ball, it was like better knowing what happens after, like when you know that Goku's gonna get like older, he's gonna get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. What else is on the list, Will? What else is here on the list, Will? What else do you have for us?
The last one that I didn't talk about was Gantz.
Ooh,
Now
what a
Gantz
manga.
we can go on a lot about because Gantz is just really bizarre in like the best ways
But
possible.
I feel like I should rate Gantz higher than it is because Gantz is one of the most enjoyable reads I've ever had, bro. Like I read it, I binged it in like a week or something, and
Yeah, just like when you go through the story, you find out more about the world and how this weird whatever they're doing, like how that works. And every time you do, you find out something new, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
it's so insane. And like they throw like new things at you at like every corner. You think you figured out the entire Gantz
Yeah.
like mystery, and then boom, there's something else. It's just so
And then
bizarre.
the
It's so
ending
weird.
is so existential, like it speaks to you.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, I gotta change who I am as in my inner soul after reading the ending of it.
It's some
Yeah,
of
it's
like
very wacky too. Isn't there like, uh, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there like a panel where like the Asian guy does blackface, but he just
yes,
actually turns into a black guy? Like he gets, facial
yes.
features and everything. Oh my god!
Yes,
I just wanted
yes.
to.
It's probably the most like controversial scene in manga. Up there anyway. And yeah, it's not great. Thinking about that right now, it's not great. But yeah, that does happen, and that is bizarre. It's probably the most bizarre thing, if that helps. But there are no. There's a lot of other bizarre things actually.
I think I saw the movie for Gantz. There's like a CGI movie.
Oh, yeah, there is. I've seen
Oh
that.
yeah,
I'm
is
not.
that like
That's
Gant Zero?
That was like traumatizing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The manga is a really
There's a couple
addicting
spin-offs.
read.
There's a couple spin-offs of the Gants. There's like a follow-up, and then there's another one. It's like in like feudal era Japan. It's weird.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but like the
From
original
what
Gantz,
happens in the movie, that it's just it's a weird, a bit weird. But
it's only like 400
Yeah, the
chapters, but
Gants
you
is
nearly
weird.
you binge it because it's just so addicting.
it's the
Oh,
same
for
person
real.
who made that. I'm not gonna. I don't know how to
In the
pronounce it.
yeah, I can't say it as well.
Yeah, Last Hero thing, whatever. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. The old man. There's an old man. That's all I know.
Is it Inu Yoshiki?
There we go. It's
Ah,
that.
yeah, that one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Like I
you
left
made
the
it.
first episode and I didn't continue it.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That one
So.
looks cool. I want to read that at some point.
That's the one where the meme One Piece is crazy good this week.
Yeah,
on
that's
Travis
the
now. Yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
is that
Oh,
what it
really?
is?
Bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
He's
didn't
like,
know that.
who's your
That's
favorite character? Mine's Zoro.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, oh, actually, I shouldn't spoil it. Never mind. But that's not the only series that does it. That's
It's a
awesome.
CGI. It's also a CGI thing.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
don't mind CGI. I don't think I mind.
Yeah, people hate on
CGI
TGI too
is-
much.
Yeah, people hate on CGI even when it looks good. I don't get it.
Like Trigon.
Mm,
I had a new Trigon.
Isn't like most like Pixar stuff or like any like Western animated movie like CGI?
Yeah, but
Or
most
is that
weebs don't
different? Or
like
is that different
Pixar,
from
so
3D animation?
At this
Right.
point,
It's just
yeah. I wish they did more like feature films with 2D animation over here, but it's just too expensive now. And,
Yeah.
Like these CGI ones, they make fucking millions, almost billions.
yeah, but I don't know why.
Yeah,
I feel like
2D also takes like, well, I guess 2D. I don't want to confuse it with hand drawn because hand drawn is actually what takes a long time.
yeah,
2D doesn't take as long.
but 2D animation could really work in like this time. I feel like I don't know. I feel like nobody's
Well,
tried it. If someone,
Was it like
yeah,
What
the
used
last
to like,
like the last like big 2D animated film I think was like Teen Titans Go to the Movies, right?
yeah,
That's the one I can
that's the
think
only
of.
one I can think of. I'm not gonna lie. When you said 2D animated, I was thinking Teen Titans.
I was thinking
that's
like
that's it.
Princess and the Frog, and that was like
Back in
15
the
years
day.
ago.
Back in the day, what used to differentiate like Disney animation and Pixar was Disney animation was 2D, but now people get confused. Oh,
Yeah,
is
now nobody
Disney
knows.
or is this Pixar? Remember? I don't know. Cause like
That wasn't that the entire
Encanto,
point
I'm
of
confused.
Pixar, just to be all CG movies?
what?
Isn't like they've never done a 2D animated movie, so I just assume that the entire point of Pixar is just to do 3D like CG movies. That's-
Yeah, I've never
but
seen a 2D
that's what-
animated film from them.
Yeah, they don't make 2D, but now that Disney animation, like the actual Mickey Mouse studio thing, is doing like 3D animation as well. I feel like is people confused if it was made by Pixar, if it was made by
yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
Pixar
maybe.
came out
Moana-
the gate swinging, right? Because wasn't Toy Story their first ever movie?
Yeah, they made Toy Story. Like I used
Yeah,
to
so
think,
like right from the beginning, they were going crazy with the 3D animation with Toy Story. Like that shit
okay,
took off like instantly.
for example, Hanky, is Zootopia Disney or is it Pixar?
Disney.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
No,
that was hard. I had to think
no.
about
Wow,
that though.
wow, wow, wow. What about
Well, it's technically both, isn't it?
what about Brave? What about Brave?
Pixar. I know this because I've watched it
Yeah.
all. I've watched videos on it
Oh
all.
yeah. No.
I'm informed on this shit. I did a watch along of Disney films. Like, I'm
I
informed.
should have asked. I should have asked literally anyone else.
Yeah, I don't know why you asked me of all people for that one. But still, yes, anime
No,
CG.
literally
Weaves don't
funny
like it.
Got it wrong.
But yeah, shall I do my list now?
What were we talking about?
So we went to Will. Then we talked about his final anime, which was Gantz, and
We're
then
talking about CG. We talked about ZGI.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I used to confuse Gantz and Blame.
Oh yeah, Blame's the one where like there's no
Oh, Blame,
dialogue.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
something.
no dialogue.
I'm not read it,
Oh,
but
that's
I see them in the
great.
stores. The book's always huge.
That's an Anthony manga.
is it really?
Read
I
manga.
think Anthony would like dialogue in his stories.
But he can't read. Can't.
Oh yeah, true. Never mind. True. You can just
So
look.
if you look real hard, you can think
Yeah.
of the dialogue.
Yeah.
Is it like purpose? Like do characters talk, but there's no like text bubbles, or is there like nobody talks? But
I don't
or
know.
where is it?
I have no idea. I've never read it, but that's all I hear. That there's no dialogue in it.
I'm pretty sure it's just one guy going through like
Yeah.
this building, and there's just no
Oh.
dialogue ever.
I think that's what the PewDiePie made. PewDiePie either made a video.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's like some post-apocalyptic shit. It's cool. Like the artwork.
Alright.
Okay. Shall I go into
You can
mine,
say
or
it.
should Ross do his, or who should?
I don't mind.
Who wants to do it?
Ross, you go. You go on, Ross.
Yeah, okay. I just need to pull up my picture real quick. So, I'll just go over them first. So, from the top left, there's Grand Blue Dreaming, and then next to it, it's Children of the Whales, the manga specifically. Same for Grand Blue. And then next to it is Great Pretender, and next to that is Dororo. And underneath Grand Blue, there's Mushoku Tensei. Underneath that, there's Haikyuu. And then next to them, it's Gintama and A Silent Voice. And in the bottom right, there's Berserk, the manga, obviously.
Beautiful. I do like this
Yeah.
list. Where do you want to go first? What do you think?
I'll go top right for Dororo because that's probably the weirdest thing on the list, I think, that not a lot of people would see. So, like, I kind of put that one on it because I went through a phase where I didn't watch anime for a while, and I don't know when Dororo came out. I think it might have been 2018 or 2019, but I remember seeing the first episode of that. I was like, okay, I'll follow this weekly. And it's kind of an episodic series, but it does have an overarching story to it, so, you know, but I watched that for like the whole of summer every week, and then I was like, okay, I'll start getting back into anime again. So it kind of sparked my, you know, interest in the genre, like the medium of anime and manga as a whole, revived it basically. So I enjoy it. It has a lot of wacky stuff in it. You know, there's that famous GIF or scene of, you know, the really wacky animation of the
Oh, yeah.
character running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he done stuff for Gurren Lagann.
Oh yeah, I
too,
know.
so-
Episode 4. I know.
Yeah.
The infamous
Well,
episode.
it is a great story though. It's like it's about this guy who has no body parts and he has to kill these demons to get all, you know, his body parts back. And like, you know, it's not even really about the fighting. It's more so, you know, about this guy who never had any senses, wasn't able to see, talk, see or feel, and kind of how he adapts to the world as he goes on. So I think it's really good, honestly. I know a lot of people don't really rate it that highly, but I have a soft spot for it, definitely. So
I've never seen it.
When was it coming out?
2018 or 19, I think. I'm not sure now.
I think it might have been 19. Because I remember when I first met you, had a Doro profile pic. That's all.
Yeah, I was.
So it might have been a bit later. but I've never seen it. I want to see it, but I don't watch. I don't find it made to ever get down my plan to watching it. Plan to
Yeah,
watch
Ringo,
list.
Ringo likes it.
Yeah, someone else likes it here. I forgot who.
Neon.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah.
It looks crazy. Swords and stuff.
I
Man.
do like my swordsman
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Swords and stuff. Was it anime original?
Well, it's based on it's Tezuka Osama. I think it's based on one of his original mangas. It's called Dororo as well, but they changed the story a little bit. I think. Oh jeez, I don't know, but they changed it up a nice bit. But it is based on one of his series.
Okay,
Sure.
that makes sense. Fair enough. It seems good. I will one day watch it. One day. Children of the Whales. This is the one you always talk about. You always seem to you
Oh,
always
yeah.
just show it.
It's actually really fun to watch. I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Children
watched
of the
that. It was
Whales.
actually quite good. It was a watch long, wasn't it?
It's-
Ages
it's-
ago.
Yeah, it was one of our watch long series. Yeah, it's definitely my baby now. I watched that because I don't know when I watched it, but I saw it on Netflix one day. And I was like, I'll give this a go. It's only 12 episodes, so it's a really short series, so you can binge it in like a day. And the premise of it is like, I think it's just so interesting. Like, it's a shoujo series, but I think
Yeah,
it's
but
more
when I-
similar.
Yeah, the world building's
when I was
quite cool.
watching it, and then I figured I was a shoujo. I kind of hurt my masculinity.
Because you were so invested.
I was mad at it.
No, it
Yeah,
is
it's
investing.
fun.
The world is
Reminds me
really
of,
cool.
Made in Abyss, kind of like the world.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not as weird. I'll give it that. Definitely not as weird.
Wow.
I think it's also kind of similar to the beginning of Attack on Titan, because they're kind of on this secluded island, they know nothing about the outside world,
Yeah,
and
true.
then a big event just changes their whole perspective, and then the world and the story opens
The
up from
world
there. So
views
yeah,
changed.
it's finished now. The manga just recently ended, so it's after concluding now. I haven't finished it, so I don't know what the story ends up like, but I heard good things, so I'm hopeful for it. But even if it does end up shit, I've enjoyed it up until now, so that's good enough for me, honestly.
Fair enough.
How long was the manga?
It's 23 volumes.
Okay, so that's enough for a couple of seasons at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it came out in 2017, and
Yeah.
the anime is adapted. I think it was volume like 1 to 4 or something, but then it skipped to like volume 7 and 8 for like the last few episodes. So there's a lot of story that was missed out on if they ever were to come back to it. So I just recommend read it if anyone's ever interested in it. The anime is serviceable. I think it does a good job in getting people interested in the story. But other than that, I don't really care to see it animated. Honestly, I think it's just better left untouched.
Good manga.
Fair enough. There's a lot of series like that, isn't there, where like the manga just doesn't a good enough job that you don't really need. You don't really need to see the anime.
Like
I think Berserk is a good example of that. Just leave it.
I think I'm not sure if anyone has seen it. I've seen the Berserk movies without reading the manga. I thought they were cool. I liked it. I didn't see like the Berserk animated series, like the really bad one, the one that everyone didn't like.
Oh no, you've not seen the old one either, I'm assuming. Like the good,
No.
the one not everyone likes, but most people say it's the best.
I like the theme. I think it was a good enough reason if we wouldn't have gotten that Guts theme.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Berserk is definitely one of those. I guess what else is one that should just be left as a manga? Oh, most of the quote unquote manga classics haven't been animated for a reason.
Midnight Pun could ever work as
Yeah, that would never work. Vagabond could theoretically, but I feel like that's more suited to a movie.
I think Koyasumi Pun Pun would be the one that does work best with in an anime. I feel like it's fairly simple of a show. Just they gotta get the tone right.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of.
It has to be right.
They have a lot. I mean,
I feel like sorry.
it's very easy to like. I don't know. Maybe not get the vision of
If they
Oh,
did
it's
a
probably cool.
Poon Poon anime correctly, I feel like that would get insanely popular.
Yeah, it would blow up like crazy if they ever did it right. But a lot of these stories could say that if they ever did it right, that would be like the most popular anime of the
They're
year.
doing exactly.
Very true. But I mean, for Poon Poon, it's just such a different series. Like I don't know, if they turn that into an anime, it would just be so different than like
Anything else that's
you see
coming out,
nowadays.
yeah.
Whereas
I
something
feel
like
like-
Berserk, like I feel like a Berserk anime would be pretty normal next to like Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. stuff
Yeah,
that
I feel
probably
like
wouldn't
just
do it
imagine you don't go as
justice.
far as Berserk does. But yeah, I
I
get
feel
you.
like Trigger could do a good job on Goodnight Fun Fun just because of how abstract it kind of is, like the faces, or maybe I don't.
Trigger, I feel like it's too. Pum Pum's too like. It's not actiony enough, you know. Trigger's always action shit, so that's why I don't think. I don't know what studio would be able to do Pum Pum at all. I guess Kyoto, because they do like Violet Evergarden, so maybe not. I don't know.
No, I don't want it to look like.
I don't know what's it supposed to look like though. Like what studio could do this?
Hyper realistic. I feel like the art style is like too pretty for Goodnight Fun Fun.
Yeah,
Like, all
true,
the characters
true.
are kind of ugly looking.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
I meant in the style that like when Goodnight Fun Fun has like thoughts or like his imagination goes wild, it's kind of like abstract and a bit weird.
Mm.
So I thought Trigger would do well.
True, very
we should
true.
talk about gay which
So we couldn't hear you.
What?
volleyballs.
Oh yes,
Oh.
peak.
you.
Let's the anime.
Thank
Let's
you.
over.
I mean-
Oh, okay. Let's
Let him cook.
let Ross cook. Ross cook for us.
You know, Haikyuu, it's sports anime or sports manga. Yeah, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, which what I enjoy. And it's not like I think a lot of sports series in the anime and manga community, they always do this shit where they just have wacky superpowers, and that's just not interesting to me. If I want to see superpowers, I'm gonna watch
A
a
shonen.
regular shonen anime. I
Yeah.
don't want to see some dude fucking put a football on fire and then break the net. Or
Blue
some shit
Lock.
like that, yeah, literally. Or what's the basketball one?
Kuroko no
is
Basket.
harassing on basket? Yeah, I just don't want to see that shit. Haikyuu, it's wholesome. The characters are, they're enjoyable. They're it's easy to root for them. Like Hinata, he's the short guy in a sports series where you have to be tall. And it's nice. You can root for him. You really want to see him, succeed. And I think it's well paced, and I know it gets a lot of slack. It's people like to say it's a gay series, which there's nothing wrong with saying that. But,
Yeah, I can't really
it
deny that.
isn't anything like that at all. But it's I can understand why people enjoy shipping in it, but there's no romance in it at all, really.
Yeah, there's none.
Comedy, yeah.
There's like
no
two
romance
characters
in-
simping over the girl, and that's it. So it's straight romance if you were that scared of gay romance in your story.
Maybe it's I think it's just the fandom that does it.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah. Fair.
It's harmless. I don't know.
I don't think they're even that bad compared to other fan bases too, like at all.
Yeah, Haiku fan base is really harmless.
And another thing with something that I think with Haikyuu that you can't say for a lot of shonen series, that it has an actual really good ending.
The ending's
I
probably
think
like the
ending
best
to Haikyuu.
in shown.
is
Unlike there's Full Metal,
fantastic.
to be fair. But other than that, like, yeah, it's one of the best in shonen. It's incredible,
Yeah,
and you can't say that from any
it's
show. So-
it's just unfortunate now because since the manga's after ending, the people producing the anime just don't seem to have much interest in giving it the spotlight it deserves, and they're just gonna wrap up
In two
like 100
movies,
chapters in
100,
two
yeah.
movies, which is
Um,
just it's so stupid.
It's not going to be good animated, and everyone's going to like take their opinion on Haikyuu, even though the manga ending isn't. I can see what's going to happen already, and it's really annoying me.
The lesson here in this podcast is to just read the original material. which I know is
Please,
such
please. It's very elitist for Haikyuu, but please don't
Yeah,
don't
but
watch
you
the
gotta do
end
it.
of Haikyuu. I beg, just read it. Let's not have our
It has a
opinion
great
ruined.
soundtrack too.
I feel like Haikyuu's like, this is gonna sound a bit cringy, but Haikyuu is weirdly like motivational. Like
Yeah,
it
honestly,
is.
no, it's so good.
Like it's just like the way like the characters like root for each other and stuff, and like the competition and like it feels deeper than sport sometimes, which is cool.
Yeah, and you know there is no actual villains because it's a sports
Yeah, they're
show.
just
So like,
people.
you know, you kind of end up rooting for every single team. Like you always feel for at least a few characters on every team that
Yeah.
can play, which is not a lot of series can do that.
There's no like outright people in Haikyuu I think I actually like dislike as characters. Even as like not as them being bad characters and like them being like a villain or anything. There's nothing like that. They're just people
Yeah.
who play volleyball.
Literally
So
plain as that. Yeah.
that's Great Pretender. Now this is a banger, bro.
Yeah.
It's anime, bro.
Original.
The best anime of the
Netflix
2020s,
original.
bro.
Netflix original, crazy.
Yeah, Netflix original by Wit Studio, I believe. It's just, I think it's so like it's split up into like what four cases or something, so you can section it off how you want to watch it. But it's just so vibrant. Like the colors in it are amazing, and it's
It's just
I feel
vibes,
like
the
a lot
anime.
yeah, it's literally just vibes.
I've never
You know.
seen. Yeah. Continue,
It's
Ross.
just-
Continue. Never mind. I'll let you know.
I feel like a lot of like animes that aren't fantasy series, they're always just set in Japan. So like it was just really cool to like see all these different countries, like America, like in LA or France, like all these different places just animated, and all the characters are really enjoyable as well, and they're doing terrible things, but you just can't help but like they're swindling people, but you just can't help but love them. So I don't have much to say about it. It's just really enjoyable. It literally is just vibes, the anime.
It's like
I've never seen an anime like quite like Great Pretender. Like the first I don't want to spoil it, but no, I'll just say it. The first like
Yeah,
scene in like Great Pretender, like they're talking or not, like they're like one time they're like talking in like I think they're talking in English, and I was like, wait, aren't I watching in sub? And then,
oh yeah.
oh no, they're like, I don't know, that's insane to me. Like it was like a good like every time there's like in anime there are times where like people talk in English sometimes. Like it was like a good like conversation. It was in English, and I really had to check. Wait, am I watching in Japanese? And I don't, it's really good. I like all the characters. I like the soundtrack. I like the it's a banger. It's a banger, man.
I think this
It's
is like
insane.
I think I watched it at the perfect time. Like I was like so like out of touch with anime for a bit, and then when it came out, I was like, oh my god, this is like my thing to a T. Just everything you said, the OST, the characters. It's just it's just a really
Was this watched on series 2? I think it was.
yeah. It was. That's why I remember watching it. And, I'm one of the other people were not into it as much as I was, but I flipping I really liked
I
it.
love that.
I really liked it. I feel that's something to.
As in, wait, they did not enjoy it.
No, they enjoyed it, but like definitely not to the extent that I enjoyed it. I feel like if we were to go back to like the best watch songs, Great Pretender would be up there for me. I don't think it would be up there for Emerald and Omega. But yeah, really good anime. It is. I wish it got a season 2 or any sort of continuation, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's fine as a only season thing.
It's an anime original, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I feel like this is one of those things you can just tell, yeah, this is anime original.
The whole concept just
I feel
sounds anime original, doesn't it?
It just feels like you can tell like some when you're watching something that's like based off a manga, at least for me, it feels kind of like not as loose as in what they can do.
Yeah, it's not as like
the
ideas aren't as original. I always feel like or different. Like I pretend that they max out everything in it. The OST, the aesthetics, the characters, how they switch languages. Like that's not gonna happen in the manga. So, or it might do, but it was not as common.
Yeah, it's great. It's a Wit Studio. Was that Wit?
Yeah, Wit just make bangers every year, bro. That's what I've clocked it. Every year, Wit just make one popular anime everyone loves.
That's great. Never mind.
Like,
Maybe
Osama
Whip-
ranking. This. What else came out? What else would have done? They've done something else I've forgotten. Did they do both? I think they did Bochi. I mean, yeah.
You guys should talk about Gintama.
Oh yes. We can't just not talk about it. How could we? Okay.
Gintama.
I feel like Gintama's rap has been ruined by this place. Let me try and try and get it back. Well,
it's too late.
it's just I don't know. People say the start is not enjoyable, but I really enjoy it. That's why I don't understand everyone's hate for it. Or like boredom with the start, because I really enjoyed the start, so I guess I can't relate to everyone else.
Assuming they're talking strictly compared to everything that comes after. Like, as in, what happens, like, the later episodes is way better than what happens in the first few episodes, which is a good thing. Probably.
I think Russell will agree with me here, though. When you get to those episodes, you're going to miss the earlier ones. That's what I'm going to say.
Honestly.
You're going to miss the earlier ones. You're going to be like, I just want to go back to the early episodes. So, I don't know. I think someone said,
you can't enjoy the later episodes without, the earlier episodes. It would have just been a serious anime without those, enjoyable, funny episodes beforehand. Like, you can't feel for the characters or relate to them as much without them. So, I definitely enjoy the early episodes a lot. They're needed.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel like it when you're watching it, but like you won't realize it until you're to the later parts of the series. But the way they connect the entire cast and make you connect with every single character, every single character. I don't think there's a character I dislike in Gintama either. So I don't know. Even fucking Catherine, they get you to relate to Catherine. So it's crazy. I don't know. I also feel like for shonen, Gintama, women in shonen aren't done well, but in Gintama they're done probably the best, by far. It's not I guess there's a bit of a low bar, but there's a lot of great female characters in Gintama.
Yeah, they don't know how to write. I mean, not Gintama. I mean, shonen. I feel like
What else is there?
it's weird that women can write men, but men can't write women in shonen. Like the Korean Demon Slayer.
It's true.
Like Children of the Whales and all this. I mean, that showed you.
I guess men just I don't know, just can't. I've never seen what's a series with a
Or
male.
maybe they don't. I don't think they care as much. They don't really put as much effort into those characters.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe they do.
I don't know.
I think guys that have put their entire life into writing manga don't understand much about women.
That is actually probably fair.
That's probably true.
That's probably really
I mean, considering how competitive that industry is, I don't think they get to go outside.
fair. Yeah, social activities is probably quite low. So
Yeah, not much sunlight.
I feel like some mangakas have a bit of freedom though. It seems like I don't like his work, but Fujimoto seems to have a bit of creative freedom with what he's able to do with Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch. It seems like he's able to do whatever he wants. Even the Spy X Family's creator. Everybody who's on Jump Plus, basically, they can do whatever they want. It seems. People who are on regular Shonen Jump or other magazines, they seem to have a strict work schedule.
I like the women in Jujutsu Kaisen. I think they're all done.
Yeah, they are, to be fair. Maki and fair.
It's not as memorable. I mean, I don't really know much about Jujutsu Kaisen. I've only seen the first season. But I like them. They're decent. Anyway, Grand Blue. What a
Grand Blue.
That's the funny one, right?
Indeed, manga specifically. I think, for me at least, anime and manga, the humor doesn't really hit for me. I just don't think it's nothing against it. I just don't. It's not my kind of humor. But Grand Blue, I think it's hilarious. It's I think with the manga especially, since there's still images, just the deadpan humor just
It really
plays
works
out really
yeah.
well. Yeah, and the characters are so wholesome. There's no, I wouldn't say serious moments, but there's real moments in it. You know,
There's
it's not
wholesome
just
moments. Yeah.
yeah. You know, it's what is it? It's a monthly series, so
Mhm.
chapter every month or so.
Yeah, I read the
Not
actually I
much to
read the
say
latest
about
one
it.
today actually.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
this the
I
one?
don't have much.
It's a
It's
monthly
still going,
series.
yeah.
Holy wow!
Yeah. I mean, yeah. When, it must have started like what 2012. It's not that old.
Yeah, it's not that old. I think there's only 19 volumes out now, so
Yeah,
in
it's on.
Japan.
Yeah, it's
So
on chapter
I be
81.
forgetting how long anime mangas be going for. Like they go as long as they can.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just like.
As long as they can expand the story.
It's like it's just a bunch of students. I don't know. It's just like seeing a bunch of characters like you like having a good time for 80
it's just
chapters, and that sounds
drinking,
repetitive, but it's just really enjoyable and really funny and wholesome. I don't know. I say a lot. It's the ideal student life.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, if you wanted to like project your life by reading a manga, that is the Grand Blue's the right manga to do it with.
You know, something that is also a manga.
What else is a manga?
Mushoku Tensei. Is that a manga?
It is, but it's not like the
Uh,
original
it's an
source.
it's a light novel.
Yeah,
So I
there's a
wanted to
manga of the
include,
light novel though.
yeah, I wanted to include one light novel at least
Fair enough.
on my 3x3 because I don't really read many, but this is like the best one that I do. You know, the world building's like very, very good in it. The anime production of it was fantastic, I think, and it was one of the newer animes that I watched. So, you know, and the characters, you know, I feel like it's an isekai, and I feel like in a lot of isekais, all the main characters they're just so, you know, 1D. They don't have any personality at all. They're just OP or you know.
Oh yeah,
But you
there's not
know
as if
the
there's
main
much. Yeah.
yeah, but the main character in this, he's a fucking asshole, and no one likes him, which is you know, I think it's a nice twist that you don't like the main. That, well, you shouldn't really like the main character. So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's pretty good. I've only watched the anime for what I watched from the anime. It was fun. I don't think like it's the best thing of all time, but
yeah, it's
I guess that's my
Best
opinion with most
isekai,
isekai.
maybe?
To be fair, what did you say, Sal?
Is it your favorite isekai, or do you have another one?
yeah. I mean, like I've only seen Mushoku Tensei, and then the only other isekai I've really properly watched was ReZero, which I think has fallen off tremendously. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as it used to be. So yeah, it's kind of it's my only choice really.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm
Mushoku
probably the
Tensei is
only
definitely
person here.
interesting.
Go on, man.
Mushoku Tensei is definitely interesting. That was the only like series I've attempted to read ahead in the light novel. Like I've never read light novels, but I
Mhm.
tried reading that. I didn't get far, but it's definitely an interesting story to me. And apparently he progresses like his age, like he ages a lot throughout the story in the light novel,
Yeah.
so a lot to adapt. So when when the anime gets that second season, it's gonna be very interesting.
Mm.
Yeah.
And there is a manga too. I've read a couple chapters. I heard it's not the best.
That's sad.
Oh god.
The only one left is wait. did we talk-
So we can't hear you.
Hello.
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 You're back.
Sorry.
Did we talk about Berserk
We did, but was it with?
Yeah, we did.
We did. It
briefly?
wasn't connected to
Okay.
Ross. Right?
Then Silent Voice. And then
Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to
put Silent Voice in it.
I think it's like, you know, the most iconic anime movie there is probably. Well, one of, probably not the most, but
There's your name as
it's a
well.
wholesome story. Yeah, it's a wholesome story. It has a good message, you know, it's basically about a bully and like him being redeeming himself, which it's hard to, I think, make a character start off as an asshole and you just really feel for him at the end of the show. I think that's really hard to do well, and they do it very well. So
Yeah, the ending of
it's
Silent
great.
Voice.
Yeah.
That shit is very emotional. That made me cry.
Yeah.
One of the few anime I've ever cried to, but the Silent Voice, the ending, very, very hard to sit through and not shed at least a tear. But yeah, it's a great little message, great
Yeah,
story, fantastic animation. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, thank you. You heard.
Oh my god, I have 2 lists, bro, and we're going for ages. I'm gonna speed through this. We've talked about loads of these to be fair.
Yeah, if we talk about it, we don't have to talk about it then.
Yeah, we'll just speed through them all. Alright, we'll do why I'm doing manga first, but that's the first one I have up. I've got to post the manga one. These are my favorite manga. I mean, it's pretty basic. Yeah, they're my
I think
favorite
I've seen
manga.
this exact image before.
You have, because I post it everywhere, bro.
It's not new. It hasn't changed basically.
No, Blue Period's got new Blue Period's there now. That wasn't there before. And I don't think Girls Last Tour was actually there. Maybe it was, I don't know. But yeah, there's Real. Real's probably the only manga that I don't even chill it that much. I probably should chill it more than I actually do. It's like my favorite, but I don't know. I feel like most people wouldn't like it here, but it's just it really lives up to its name. It's the realest manga ever,
It's
bro.
real.
That shit's real.
It's just so real. Like everything about the story it's so impactful, and like it makes you like take your life. That don't take your life for granted, because you could like. It's about like these people who like end up their lives being changed by these accidents, and some of them are paralyzed forever and stuff. And like their trauma of like going through it and like, you know, losing the ability to walk is like really hard to read, but it's incredible and kind of inspiring to like, you know, not not take all these small things for granted. There's One Piece. We talk about One Piece. Vagabond, cool sword guy quotes. Pun Pun. Did we really talk about Pun Pun? I think we did.
A
But
little bit.
yeah, I don't know. Pun Pun's is like, I remember reading it and finishing it and just sitting in my bed and just like for 3 hours. I didn't even cry or anything. I just sat there and just like deep life for a bit. I feel like, oh no.
That's what I was feeling. I've read a bit of Real, like 20 chapters or so, and a lot of the scenes where it deals with just the grief of losing just like the ability to walk. It's like fucking unnerving. You like feel it. You're like, damn, that's scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying, man. Like, it's such a weird. It's not even like a concept that people don't really go on. Like it's so unique to itself.
Yeah, I know. I thought, to be honest, I was reading Real and I was like, honestly, waiting until they get to the non-handicap basketball part. I was like, oh wait, it never happens.
Yeah, no, bro. It's a sports manga, but it's a drama more than anything else. Like sports manga is the genre, but I guess no, the category is sports manga, but the genre would be a drama. It's not like a
Yeah,
it's not
it's
like a
true.
Haikyuu or Slam Dunk or anything like that. It's more like, yeah, it's deeper than sport. I'd say that. And then we have
Definitely deep in this part.
Yeah, it was the same dude who made Slam Dunk, right?
yeah,
Unless I'm
and
wrong.
Vagabond. They all made.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Slam Dunk is the only finished thing there.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we have 3 Days of Happiness. Very short. Probably my favourite romance though. Really wholesome. Really sad. Just really, really good. Not much to say, to be honest. It should get an anime movie. I feel like if there was an anime movie that could potentially challenge a silent voice, it would be 3 Days of Happiness being adapted. Because that would really I feel like that would really blow up. Because it just fits that, you know, sad anime movie thing to a T. Girls Last Tour, it's like it's kind of like Made in Abyss, and like, you know, it looks like a really wholesome show, but it then turns and changes to something else. But I feel like it was never actually that wholesome. Girls Last Tour is more like, you always feel like it's kind of existential in a weird way. I don't know. So there's that. And then we have Berserk. We said that. Blue Period. The other guys read Blue Period. I think I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it anyway.
It's great. It's just like, it's got the same like themes of like a lot of my favorite like stuff all the themes are like, you know, chasing your dream and that kind of shit, and like I feel like it does it really well, and like it shows like, you know, because you know I'm not doing anything. What I
It's
want to
like-
do in life isn't like, I don't know, a traditional like a traditional job, is it? So the way like the
It's like
manga,
the main character supposed to be like really good at everything, but then he tries to do painting.
yes,
and he realizes he's not that good at it. Yeah, okay. I've seen bits of it, I think.
yeah, he tries. He the main. I'll do a bit of stuff. So the main character is like this genius, and the one thing that he like isn't incredible at is art, and he ends up like discovering that he has a huge passion for art despite being not amazing at it, and then he's like, because his family aren't the richest of people, and art school is really ridiculously hard to get into in Japan. It's like the dilemma he has where he's like, do I follow the traditional path of being a regular Japanese citizen where I just go into the offices or STEM or whatever route of life, or do I take my actual passion? And that entire thing kind of plagues the manga. It's really good depiction of it. It's relatable, really relatable, and yeah, great art as well. Yes. I don't know what to say, really. That's my favorite manga.
We finished all of them.
I finished all.
everybody?
I mean, not all of them are finished. Well, no, the ones I went through. We've already talked about the other one. But Blue Period's not finished. That's still ongoing. Everything else is either on hiatus or finished.
But you're caught up to all
One
of them,
Piece.
basically.
Yeah, I'm caught up to Blue Period. Caught up to One Piece. Everything else is on hiatus or finished. Yeah.
Crazy.
We'll go through anime.
Amazing.
Then to wrap it off, let me find it. The anime one, I don't think many people have even seen some of these. But we'll go through them anyway.
What?
I was saying for the anime one, I don't think many people have seen some of the anime here, but
Yeah. I seen the first episode of Blue Period. The first episode, Blue Period, a few episodes effective.
I like the OP for the anime, but I just feel like the manga is a lot of a better medium for it.
The anime one. Oh, it's separated.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I have to.
Mid. Into these there.
Well, what's mid? What's mid? There's Gurren. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about Gurren Lagann so much that I've kind of given up and like I don't know what else to say. Like, it's Gurren Lagann, isn't it? It's amazing. Everyone loves it. If you don't like Gurren Lagann, you're depressed. Yeah, Simon digs a lot. It's very inspirational and probably like the most inspirational. Kaimina, favorite character of all time. Favorite anime of all time. I've watched about 12 times. Yeah. You have to sing. Everyone's seen Gurren Lagann. Will, have you seen Gurren Lagann? I think Russ and Salt have. But
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen it, unfortunately.
I haven't seen it.
sometimes you need to. If you watch
interesting.
one
I'm
anime
gonna
in
need
like
to.
the next 5 years, it's got to be Gurren Lagann.
Like, I hate mech anime, but like I really enjoyed Gurren Lagann, which, you know, I think it says a lot for it.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, but I think like robot or mechas in general, like robot fights, kind of lame to me. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann makes it cool. I don't like how maybe for me, but I don't like how slow they kind of are and how like the punches like have the I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't really care about mecha fights either. I was starting to realize it. I don't like mecha anime for the fights at all. I usually just like the mecha anime for the characters. And,
I think that's most people though. Right?
yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody
like,
cares. Yeah, I don't know.
Gundam, it's mostly about the politics or whatever.
Yeah, Ava,
Something
characters, Gurren Lagann, characters. Code Geass is, I mean, no, that's characters again because of Lelouch and everything.
Stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, mecha anime in general, I feel like well, the most popular ones anyways, because you know there are other.
I can say Evangelion's a mega anime.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But Eva's
They do
definitely
it pretty well.
yeah, not tied
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
anime thing.
Continue down.
We have Steins Gate. We did get time, so we'll do Steins Gate. I mean, it's just a really, really well put together story. Like an incredibly well put together story. people don't like the start, but I really like the start, so I can't relate again. I feel like it does well to really build up the cast and the characters and set you up for the dramatic like second half of Steins Gate. And it's one of my first ever anime. People probably don't understand who this person is on the podcast, but I'll do anyway. I watched it with Shark on dub in my bath. I used to bubble
I
bath,
heard this story.
watch binging Steins Gate with Shark. It was incredible. I think that's why I have such a
And then-
connection to it.
Yeah, I was confused. Ashita no Joe with Hajime Ippo. I said
Ashita
that
no
before.
Joe's like really old. That helps. Like Hajime Ippo is.
Yeah,
It's not.
that's
It's
where
not
the
new.
emote. That's where the emote's from, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna remember Hajime no Ippo is the one that's way too long, way too fucking long.
Yeah, it's got like 1,200 chapters and that. Yeah, it's crazy.
You're One Piece fans. You can't be saying that.
Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
But it's about
Oh, yeah,
boxing,
I mean,
bro.
I'm-
Like, all these One Piece are the story. Like, it's about.
I've read a lot of Hajime no Ippo too. I'm like 500 chapters in last time I checked.
Who else read it here?
I hear
CD started
people,
it, didn't
like, good. I hear people like it.
he? No,
so-
I've watched like the first season. It's quite good. It's just like, yeah, it's long.
Campy ass. Good.
Shishino Joe's just really good because I don't know. The story's really good. Joe as a character is probably one of the best like sports protagonists ever. I think I could think of. The ending's
Is he
amazing.
Japanese?
Yeah, it's all set in Japan. Yeah,
Why is he called Joe?
I don't know. I really thought about that, but we moved. Great question. Great question. The cast isn't even that big for Shishino Joe. There's like 3 or 4
So
main
is he-
characters, but it's really good.
Hunter x Hunter or Shita no Joe?
Shishino Joe for the ending. The second season of Shishino Joe is like really, really, really good. The character dynamics, all like the antagonists are amazing. It's hard to explain without actually watching it. But yeah,
Right.
great anime. Wait,
And then moving on,
we have is it Mushishi? Oh my days. Mushishi is peak like. Mushishi is the only. I don't think I'd even like Mushishi if I didn't watch it like. Before going to bed every night. It's a bedtime anime, bro. You just sit there and watch game like save people with a comfy OST. I don't know. It could probably be perceived as boring to a lot of people, and it's kind of elitist, but it's really good. It's amazing, and it can get quite emotional. That's
It's
all.
episodic as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I know people don't like episodic things. I do. I'm actually like a big episodic person. I think.
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
enjoyed it too.
Like,
Just yeah.
I like the idea of just like, be able to stick something on and not having to like, not use my brain, but like, not have to follow on. It's just a one and done thing. And that happens to Mushishi quite a lot. And Ginko as a character is like really mysterious. Like you do learn things about him, but it's like, the watcher kind of like makes up their own like
what
opinion
they
of
believe
him.
about him.
Yeah. It's quite interesting to watch.
I think I like. Yeah, it sounds cool.
And the second opening is really fucking good. It's in English, but it's a really, really good opening. And then we have Mason. I don't know how to say this one. Mason Ikoku. This is the hand. Hannibal is the reason why I've watched this anime.
This is not from, like an anime you would find on your own.
Nope. Hannibal is the reason why I watched it. Hannibal picked it up and I searched it up. And I was like, oh, this looks quite cool. So I saved it and I just watched the first episode one day. And I just kept watching it. That's all. It's a romance anime. It was made in the 80s. It's just wholesome. It's just really wholesome. I don't watch a lot of Well, I do watch a bit of romance, but not like as
Not
much
as
as others.
much compared to what you just watch.
Or compare it to what other romances I watch.
How many episodes is it?
It's really long. It's like 90 episodes, bro. It's a really long anime. 90 episodes. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's not something you should like binge. To be fair, it's like watching a sitcom. It's an anime sitcom, but without like the humor of a sitcom. Oh, Saul's dead. But yes, without the humor of a sitcom. Will.
Man down.
Yeah.
Man down. Man
Drag
down.
Salt back. It's like watching Friends without like it being funny. But instead of it being funny, it's
Wow.
really wholesome instead.
It's good. It has like a good story and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have Brock and
Oh my days. I feel like I'm the only one who likes Bakuno this much. In the entire server. Bakuno's like
What?
Great Pretender where it's just vibes, bro. OST, vibes. Cast, vibes. I even have the light novel of Bakuno. It's the only light novel I own. Because I like it that much. It's 13 episodes, but the story is like, it makes it feel like it's 100 episodes because of how like crazy it all is. And it's hard to understand at first, but you get used to it if you pay attention, and it's really good. Yeah. The dub is amazing too. Finally, I want to end off on my list with the anime I want to show the most. Space Dandy. Peak Fiction. It's so good, and it's so underrated, and it's sad that it's so underrated. It's like an Adult Swim. It's like watching an Adult Swim show, but it being an anime. It's like watching Rick and Morty, but
it was
like
the same person that made Cowboy Bebop, I think.
and Shampoo, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing with this one is that it's not really him who does most of the episodes. Like each episode has a different director, and most of the directors have done like really great things. Like, one of them is like there's a lot of episodes of Mob. I think one of them did a lot of work on One Punch Man season 1. There's Yuasa who did like Tatami Galaxy and Ping Pong. There's a few that have done like anime movies and shit. They're popular. But yeah, most of these episodes are done by different directors each time. So like, all the art styles are completely different, especially in season 2. The art styles are completely different, and there's a lot of wacky adventures. Some of the episodes are really sad. I don't know. It's just great anime. P fiction. But yes, I'm done. Are we all done? Everyone, say what is your least favorite anime? Let's end up with some hate. The most overrated or least favorite anime out there. Ross, you go first.
Oh man, we'll be here all day. But Chainsaw Man, Kaguya, Pun Pun.
Wow.
Wow.
Pun
Pun Stray is crazy.
Animation?
No.
Wait, did you say ping pong?
No, Pun.
No, Pun Pun.
Oh, pun pun. Okay.
Ooh, this is too hard. I don't know.
I
said 3. That's enough already.
I don't like Konosuba.
You don't.
I said that before.
I don't think Ross does either. I think I'm the only guy who likes it, but I don't think it's funny. Everyone says it's hilarious. It's not hilarious. I just find it fun. It's fun
like,
more
a
than
couple
funny.
episodes are like mildly funny, but they ain't no fun. Like they gotta go like. Maybe I just don't like jokes. Like I don't like the same joke multiple times. Maybe I don't know. Rather, I don't like Chainsaw. It sucks, bro. Like Midsummer, man. Am I right, boys?
Chainsaw Man is mid. Yes, we agree. Well, time to be alive. Let me be real though. The anime that I don't like, well, I genuinely don't like, and people like, Serial Experiments Lane.
Oh yeah, I watched that this morning with.
I know you did.
Oh, holy peak!
Holy sleep.
How does one anime completely predict like an entire generation of people?
Okay,
Insane.
that's so cool.
Insane.
How about you be entertaining for a change instead of predicting?
No,
I started predicting.
It was
shit.
entertaining.
It's not entertaining.
It was wholly entertaining.
It was not entertaining in any way.
It's
really-
like mushishi. It's my mushishi.
It might be, you know.
Whatever it's called. It's exactly whatever.
It
it's
might
called.
be. It probably is.
It might be.
But it's not for me. It's just fucking boring. It's just so boring. I don't care.
I don't know.
Oh,
Have
no,
we talked
you-
about how you don't like Shrek again? I think we should bring this back.
Shrek.
How you
I don't like Shrek.
Why? I think this is like the most important discussion point of this podcast right now.
Oh yeah, I don't like Shrek, guys. I'm sorry.
It's horrible.
I just don't find it. It's the same thing as Leia. I just find it a bit boring. It's not even like Chainsaw Man where characters
Shrek
put
isn't
me off.
even boring. Like I understand finding Lane boring, but Shrek is not boring. He's
I just
an
don't
ogre,
care
he's,
though.
like,
Like
innocent.
the story, like I guess it's not boring in on paper, but when I watch it, I don't find anything entertaining.
Man, the man is Scottish. What's boring about that?
Don't know. I don't
Is
care
it?
about
Then you got-
Scottish people enough
Then you
to.
got Eddie Murphy as a donkey.
No, I don't.
The last good Eddie Murphy role. The last one.
Well,
Poor guy. Last
Yeah.
big roll donkey.
They had Smash Mouth. Bro, however would you no? They had Smash Mouth. Like, All-Star, man. Disney don't be doing that, man.
I don't know. I feel like trying to like make fun of all these stories and like I don't know. I don't care about Shrek.
It's goated, man.
I don't
love
care about
Max
Shrek
LG
enough to
Shatta.
hate on it even more.
LG
anymore.
Shatta.
Like I don't know. I just don't care. I never did care as a kid. I don't care now. It's
Come on.
just
So you haven't gone through any character development
nope,
as a child?
nope.
Same
For Shrek,
Hanky. Same
absolutely
Hanky.
not. It's funny 'cause I did it
Wow.
with Violet Evergarden that I changed my mind, but with Shrek, I'm not changing my mind.
You like Violet now? We lost another one. Another one. We
I mean,
lost.
I don't think it's like a masterpiece, but it's like pretty solid. It's a good drama.
No, we lost. You can say the same thing about Chainsaw Man. I don't understand it.
But yeah, to leave off this episode, we've been there for fucking ages. I didn't realize we've been there for fucking 10 years.
We have been here ages.
People
the lesson we
who are
learned is
watching,
anime is better to talk
yeah.
about.
anime is bad, so don't watch it. That's the moral of the story, right, guys?
We hate anime.
we all do. I just watch movies now, bro. Get on the movie train. We're film buff. Film is incredible.
Good.
Anime is bad.
Bye.
That's a really awkward bye. You went bye. Okay.
Peace out.
Bye bye, everyone.
Podcast.
Everyone say bye. Bye bye, podcast. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
End of podcast. Bye.
Fairy Tail is the best anime, and if you watch Monogatari, you're going to jail.
Oh, God.
Agree.
Fuck.